Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the PFL. We're back again today with a very, very good one for you here this Wednesday evening. We have the final day of the group stages, and we're going to take that through accordingly as we do. You know, we've got 3 games for you this evening. Starting off with Nemesis versus Class. A very, very good game to kick off the day, of course, as Moe always likes to provide us. I did have sort of a list of games that I wanted to look at potentially doing, but obviously it's quite hard to get them in, fit them in if they're playing at the same times, and you know, players, and for whatever reason, a lot of the people who play pro clubs, if any of you watching, you guys live by incredible schedules of basically playing every single day and not having a life outside of the game. So it's always interesting, but it makes life difficult when it comes to scheduling. It's not like, you know, these guys have just got this tournament. They also play in the VPG. They also then play in other tournaments and cups as well, for about £10 a season when it's split 11 ways, plus the substitutes managers have the hands in the pot. So it's like, Jesus Christ, all this for a little bit of money. But the first game then, Class versus Nemesis. That's a first versus second matchup in Group F. Currently, the only difference is 2 goals. Both teams have won 4 games. Both teams, I don't think that engine played, so both teams beat Corinthians Gladiator twice. Not really too much to go off other than the fact that Nemesis only conceded 1 goal, Class has conceded 2, Nemesis scores 9, Class has scored 12. So that's pretty much all you've got going for you there with those 2 teams. Again, these guys are very, very good players, of course, both teams. I will have a look at the rosters now and see if we know any of these players, see if we've seen these players before. Usually we do. So we'll see now if that's the case today. Do we know who these players are? Do we know these teams? Do we think we can name the players on the roster? Let's see. For Nemesis, then it's a 3-1-4-2 formation, probably one of the most common ones, if not the 3-5-2, which we have on the other side as well. Those 2 are the most common formations we've seen this season. We've got Mandanda, 21, 212 rush, Sime Forever, Lukic, Sawok, Babusha, Profi, Frol, Astro, Georg, Udino extended, Romero, Brodek, and who is Speedy? Fantastic. On the side of Class, it's 3-5-2. You've got Cappy, VPG, Agued, Crinks, Briggs, Beetle, Eternal Viper, Showmaker, Half-Winger, Vizilu, Queso, and Gilly. Now, I think these lads are English, and I think the Nemesis team are Russian, if I remember Moe's tweet. And if that's any factually incorrect, you can blame Moe and not me. It's him who does all the stats and stuff, you know. I'm just basically pretending that I know. Yeah, so Class are English, Nemesis are apparently Russians. Then in the second game, it's a French derby. And then we have France versus Ireland. Candelabra Irish, the leprechauns of the tournament. Not to racially stereotype anybody, but there you go. Look at the Irish. You're going to be winning tonight. And they're playing against PCS Esports, who is, again, another French team. Now, that's actually a decider down there at the bottom. So that's an interesting game. Very interesting game. between them teams. We're going to go shortly into the game. Let me just make sure my guy. I am watching from the stream of what looks to be, I don't know how you'd know, Gilly, I think it is. However, this fella's definitely not English, whoever I'm watching, because it's all French or something. Alia, defenseur. Yeah, this guy's French. What's going on? Maybe we've been lied to, Moe. I don't think your facts are 100% straight, mate. The French players. Yeah. Well, let's see. I wonder. I do really wonder what we're going to be able to do. Let's see. But wait, it's just, that's what I mean. Moe gets at me to start early, and then the fucking teams don't show up. So I'm then sat here waiting. I've done my talking bit now. I mean, I guess what we can do is go again to the groups. If you weren't here yesterday, doubt you'd be back. Doubt you'd be here today if you weren't here yesterday. But if you, just in the case that you are here today, or you're watching it back, then we'll go through the live standings. So it won't be live anymore because the standings will have changed if you're watching it in the future. And if you are watching it at this point, please leave a comment, because you know it'd be nice to know people do actually watch these streams back, and I'm not just sat here talking to nobody. It would make me feel a lot better. But if we look now at the league table, shall we say, groups A to C, we've currently got Group A: PCS Esports, Cancel Lab, Leco Esports, SSC, Phantom. Obviously, Phantom didn't end up playing. PCS and Cancel Lab we see compete later today. 2 games they have to play against each other today. So I presume we are going to get maybe the first or the second. I mean, Moe can let us know whether it's going to be the first or the second game we're going to be watching of that series. As you can see by the points, PCS 12, Cancel Lab with 8, 4 wins to 2 wins. Cancel Lab have 2 draws against Leco Esports, whereas obviously, as you can see there, and actually, if PCS win both games, then there's a chance that Leco can make second place because Cancel Lab's goal difference will drop. However, if Cancel Lab win both games, then they will be top of the leaderboard. They'll be on 14 points. So Cancel Lab today could either make or break their season. It's going to be completely up to PCS on how that goes, but we'll see. We'll see where that one goes. We'll see how that one is going to be. We're still waiting for players to lobby, as usual. So we'll wait until that comes into sense. You've got hundreds of players pinging Moe, so he's not going to be able to chase him just yet. And we haven't actually updated the channel. Moe, you're getting lazy. You haven't upgraded the chat with all the new teams in there. We've got vultures in here. Dark Side. I'm not even watching these teams. I don't think. Well, in that case, we'll go to Group B. Famicao top in that group then. 4 games played, 12 points. GSK 5 games played, 9 points. BP Esports 5 games played, 6 points. So BP Esports, if they get a win in their next game and GSK lose and they get about 7 goals or 8 goals, BP Esports could take the second place spot. Famicao have quite confidently, I think, secured the win. I mean, it is possible for GSK to catch them, and if Famicao lose both of their games and GSK wins their next game, then yeah, GSK will probably top that group. But I can't see that one happening. It might do. You never know. Group C, Neom top in the group currently. We see them play against MZEfoot next. It should be a fairly straightforward one for Neom, but this is the closest group I think we've got, Group C, in the whole competition right now. But as I'm saying that, the teams are finally going in. We're going to get our first game live for you here on PFL. And as you can see, it's on the screen now. Oh, the quality is an absolute disgrace. Hang on one moment, guys. Let me just try and resolve that problem. I'd rather not watch on 720p because I can't read the names of the players. Oh, this is Group F. We're in Group F, apparently. Gee, there's so many channels in Moe's Discord, it's impossible to try and figure out where's what. Wow, 1 second. Yeah, he's got the other stream for me, Queso. Let's have a look at Queso instead. This guy, I appreciate the effort from Zai Live there, but we are not going to be settling for 720p. Here we go, 1080p. We can see the names. Oh, for Get off. There we go. We could see the names. We could see the names. I mean, there'll be one day, hopefully, where FIFA actually takes some feedback for the esports scene and adds a spectator mode. That'd be great. So then we don't have to piss around with the streams every week. Here's who is speedy, though, and he might have some speed, apparently, but he doesn't have any sort of aim or precision because he hits the ball boy and the photographer there in the little photography box behind the goal. However, we are now watching from the perspective of Class in the interestingly striped kit against Nemesis, who are playing in the Arsenal kit and colours. So it's quite easy to distinguish them. One's going right to left, and the other's going left to right, as a good game of football works. But currently, I think Class just looking to get themselves a footing in this game. Move the ball well. It's going to be one back. Astro on the end of it. Froll takes it down the left. Looks to flick the ball through, but Ferdinand... Oh, we've got this shit again. Oh, for God's sake. It's not the real player names for most of them, unfortunately. Because the guy... I don't know what the setting is, but it's character names rather than actual PSNs. So, unfortunately, half the players we're not actually going to be able to pronounce or speak properly of, unfortunately, because they don't actually have themselves on the thing. Isn't that just wonderful? Well, at least we know what team's which. It could be a lot worse. But here we are now. It's a good pass across. Same forever. Astro, Froll, Udino moving the ball well here. Tackled well by the player named Ferdinand. It's a good cross into the left-hand side. It's a great cross, actually. Gilly gets himself a touch on the ball, takes it to the byline, looks to cut it back. Good bit of skills. I think Lukic put that out for a corner. So Class gets some early pressure here. What's their strategy going to be? They don't seem to have any taller players, but they are going to go right in the middle, and Ferdinand does get his head on it. Unfortunately, it does go out. What the living hell am I seeing with this player here, Sawok? What? He's got a birthday cake with a candle on the head. What is going on? That's one interesting build. I don't know what hairstyle that is classed as, but fair enough. Who is Speedy? He's got a football on his head. That's how engaged in the game he is. Here is Sir Isaac. It's a good cross onto the right-hand side. Briggs will take control. Lovely switch of play to the fans in the stand on the left side of the stadium. Probably not what he was going for in this occasion, but you never know. Maybe that was a crowd pleaser. We've got some Russian fans in the chat here. Privyet. Как дела? And that's as far as my Russian will probably go. But we're moving the ball well here as of now. Briggs moves it down the line to Glitch. Glitch has a lot of time on his hands. He's going to find it to Zil. Zil back to Glitch. Glitch will switch the ball into the middle here to Lou. Lou finds it forward to Fogba. Sawok gets the tackle. Udino tries to keep it going. Great pass from Udino. And Who is Speedy finds it to Brodak, or Borodak, who makes the move to Who is Speedy. Astro, Romero, Borodak. It's going to be offside. Hasn't got much more chances to go forward. Down the line, Glitch. Into the middle. Switch ball to Sir Isaac. Lou to Glitch. To Fogba. Tries to find it one more, but Astro is going to get in the way. Froll. Lou gets the interception. Here's Sawok now. To Lukic. To Sawok. Here's Romero. Amin. Lou. The ball moving around well. Glitch. I like this. Briggs to Zil. Zil. Back to Glitch. Over the top. Left hand side. He's going to control the ball here. Amin. Taken by Romero though. It's going to be out for a throw-in, I believe, on the very close to the corner flag mark. It will be taken. Gilly. Good chest control. Amin on the ball now. Back to Gilly. He tries to go one more, but Umino gets in the way. Who is speeding now to Brodak. And now it's down the left-hand side. Sent for Babushi Aprofi. Keizo gets the interception. Back to Briggs. Briggs goes across to Ferdinand. And these guys are just going to be playing it around until they can find some sort of breakthrough. We're getting close to the halfway mark now. 40 minutes approaching us. Udino to Sawok. To Lukic. to Sign Forever. Moving it well. Borodak to Udino. Udino to Busy Profi. Romero 1-on-1 here with the goalkeeper. Cappy makes a fantastic save to keep terms level. But that's the first real opportunity we've seen from Nemesis here in this game. They have nearly opened their credit card with the scoring. That's a great corner as well. Sawak meets it with his massive spiky head. He put a hole in the ball, though, unfortunately, and the ball fell flat in the goalkeeper's arms. Briggs now on the right-hand side, plays it into the middle to Fogba. Fogba, Briggs. Briggs to Zil. Zil to Fogba. Moving the ball down that right-hand side, making use of the channels. Zil is doing a fake shot to the crowd, I see, because there's no players from Nemesis anywhere near him when he did that skill move. Astro does end up winning where the... Switches the plate. Romero to Udino. Udino now down the right-hand side. Here's who is speedy for Nemesis. Moving the ball into the middle. Froll tries to chip it up. Briggs for the centre-back position of Class. Gets in there and shows a bit of class to win that ball back. Amin regains possession as well in the midfield here. Briggs going to start the charge for Class as it goes down. Now Class on the attack. Zil to Queso. Queso still on possession after that poor touch. Froll gets back, though, and wins the ball back. The referee blows a half-time whistle. It's 0-0. Both teams having some sort of a chance, but no one really taking any steps towards winning as of yet. Still a long way to go in this game. Potentially some goals to be scored, but I could also see this game ending a draw, if I'm being perfectly honest, with the way things have gone there in the first sort of period of time. But yeah, interesting game. But what we're going to do eventually is get to a position where we're going to know what's going to happen in the end of this game. At the moment, as I say, I am none the wiser. But we'll find out. We will find out. Here we go. It's from the centre circle here. Who is speedy to Astro. Astro to Udino now. Moving the ball across field. Astro finds it nicely. Udino, the ball's moving well here. But can a goal be found? It's been chipped up. Moving well. Building up a play here. Looking to find a goal, but not quite getting there as of yet. But maybe as time goes on, they'll be able to find that. We're going to hope to see some success soon enough. See where it can go. But here we are. Ferdinand is back. Moving the ball well. Back to Cappy. Cappy across to Ferdinand. Class looking to try and find something here. That's a great ball down the left-hand channel. Amin, taken by Sawaka, cleared away. It's a tight game as you'd expect it to be at the top of the table. You would expect it to be tight, difficult, not just an easy thing. But here we are now. That's Fogba. Over the top it goes. Amin should be saved. Will be cleared eventually. Romero to Udino. It's a big, big clear across to Froll. Nemesis now looking to start their attack. De Bizia Profi on the ball here. Finds it towards the middle. Ferdinand tries to clear away. And it's going to be moved down the line. Here we go, Fogba. Moving the ball up. Headed it away. cleared. Taking the ball forward here. Another chance to cause some problems. A chance to get a result, really, from this game is what we're looking for. Let's see what we can find. Astro to Romero, to Udino, to who is Speedy, to Brodak. Good movement from Nemesis, but Zil gets in there, stops it. 70 minutes now approaching. Here's Gilly. Shot comes in. Great save from Mandanda. Corner ball for Class here at 70 minutes. Can they find a goal? Is this the time for their opening? And it will be caught with a header. Out for a goal kick, though. They couldn't keep it down. They just could not keep it down. Moving well, though. Who is Speedy? To Astro. To Udino. To Borodak. To who is Speedy? To Frol. Ball moving well here. Frol tries to go down, but Zil gets in there and intercepts. Glitch to Fogba. Fogba, with a lot of space and time, gets tackled, and Babizi Aprofi wins the ball back, goes back to Same Forever. Same Forever to Astro. Pogba wins it back in a good position here. Queso plays the shot. It's going to be blocked off by the Russian defence. But again, knocking on the door, Class here. Really good interception from Fogba. Yet another corner kick for Class here. And it's going to be headed away. Nemesis can start a counter-attack now. 3-on-3. Who is Speedy using that speed? Finds Frol on the width. Good. Got outside the boot, ball into Borodak. But headed miles over the bar. Dreadful header, in fact. Really bad. Really, really, really bad. Awful. Dreadful. I don't know what they were doing. Terrible. I don't know how they managed to do that, actually. You know, a lot of players can miss one or two, but Class won't miss here. It was a scramble. A lot of players tripping over each other. And in the 80th minute, Class have found a great goal to get themselves to the top of their group. The beating Nemesis, I mean, they've got to play each other again after this, so it could still go in the favour of Nemesis, but they'd have to score many goals in the return fixture. Queso's got a second chance here. Mandanda gets the save. Difficult. Header comes in. Mandanda catches the ball there. It's going to be now Frol. Great ball forward to Astro. Astro to the back post. Cleared away. Now, it's into the middle. Oh, a header towards goal. Unfortunate. Cappy to Ferdinand. Nemesis nearly finding themselves an equaliser there. But again, it's a struggle. It's going to be a struggle because, as I say, if they lose this game, it's not getting any better for them. It just really is not. Zil, he's on possession here for Class. I think he's surprised to have possession for so long, and so many players have let him go past, and that's going to be out for a goal. Oh, corner. So it's just even more pressure for Class here. The time's ticking down, and on the top left of your screen, for Nemesis to do anything in this fixture, if I had to guess, that's a shite corner. If I had to guess, it would be, if Nemesis lose this game 1-0, it will be a Class win, because it requires 3 goals to be scored from Nemesis in the next game, and this fixture just doesn't look like a fixture where you're going to get 3 goals. But maybe if they get an equaliser here, it makes things interesting. It's going to be a corner. 2 minutes added on. They need to keep possession here. That's the key thing. Keep the ball forward in a dangerous area so the referee doesn't blow the whistle. For Class here, they're going to be trying to just get that ball away as soon as possible. Here we go. It's going to be cleared. Goalkeeper is at the halfway line. Keeps the ball in for the wrong team, though. Class gets the touch. The goalkeeper will head it back down. That's going to be whistle blown. Nemesis do fall to Class there. And that is going to be an interesting one for the fixture list. Second game, we haven't got a lineup. Oh well. We don't know who we're watching, but that doesn't matter. We're watching somebody play this game. And that's that. That's all we know. That is all we know. The two teams that are playing are obviously... let's have a look. Who have we got next? We have got... Neom versus MZEfoot. It's France versus France. And we'll see who can get a win here in this next game. But whilst we wait for them to sort their stuff out, we'll throw to a quick beer at back screen. We'll be back momentarily. See you second. Splish, splash, I've been taking a bath. We're here with the second game. And Neom have shown us how to be very not Neom. They were absolutely taking the piss there to get into the game. I don't know what was going on, to be honest. But eventually we got there. Thanks to Tom for being... He's been ready to go for about half an hour. I was having to do jumping jacks just to keep the vocals warm. But we're here now. Second game of the evening. This is a clash between, obviously, Neom and MZEfoot. Now, MZEfoot, this is a group that's interesting, right? Because it's Group C. MZEfoot have 4 games played. Neom have 4 games played. Neom are top of the league at the moment with 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. MZEfoot have 1 win, 1 draw, 2 losses. If MZEfoot win this game, they tie points with Neom. This group's the most exciting one of them all here. And this result means a hell of a lot. If Neom lose this game and we can see an MZEfoot win, it has a lot of sort of, you know, this could be MZEfoot's season. They could even win the table if they win 2 games tonight. It's incredible. Oh! I know this Neom roster. It's Absco! No wonder we're late then. Fucking hell, Absco's got an attendance ratio of being late. He did it with his other team, who we covered yesterday. Absco. This is actually a ridiculous team, this Neom roster. I've just seen a couple of names on the screen and I've gone, wow, okay. You know, when the first 3 names that you see is the Tico, Beast, Jailings, and Absco, you're like, yeah, they've got a pretty decent attack. You know, these guys are pretty good. It's not just any old shit team off the Sunday League pitch. These guys are pretty decent when it comes to this. A lot of the players on the Zenith roster, for anyone who's been watching since then, if anyone is watching, you know, the Zenith roster was a very good roster. One of my favourite rosters, actually. They got, I think, to the quarterfinals, maybe even the semis, and then got knocked out. Shisui Shiki! Fucking hell, I've not seen him in ages. It's about time we've seen Shisui. I wonder where a Scrover is as well. If he's here. This is a really good team. It's a great save from Kev. Wow, okay, so that's interesting then. That is, it's blowing my mind. However, Neom's captain is a bit of a numpty. So I'll be having words with Absco. Here's Nico. He's going to be tackled. Escrover. This roster is actually unreal. It's an unbelievable roster. I can't believe what I'm seeing on this Neom side. If they lose this game, then something's gone seriously wrong this season for these players, because it's some of the best performers from the PFL from seasons gone by. You know, the Tico Beast used to play with Warren. Warren used to call himself the Warren Beast. Escrover and the other dude. Who's the other dude? Shisui. Sorry, Shisui. How dare I call you the other dude? They're good players. Jailings, very, very good player. The Warren Beast. Oh, it's Warren and Tico. What a goal. Absco scores. Fucking hell, this team's brilliant. I'd have a poster of these guys on my wall. This is actually my favourite team in the competition, I think. Sorry, Fama. Sorry, Al-Wahar. But this team is... I can't actually believe this is a team. I don't know how I've not seen this in the group stages so far. This team's actually my favourite team in the competition, based on players on the pitch. You know, now they've got Absco in that team as well. You've got Absco, Warren, Tico, Jailings on the attack. That's a joke, an absolute joke. And then you've got Escrover and you've got Shisui in defence. You're having a laugh. Okay, hell, give them a trophy now. Unbelievable. But there we go. Lindsay Heaps to Murad to Peko Hu, who's going to try and find it to the middle. Jailings gets an interception there. Escrow keeps it to Lunatic. Tico Beast now on the ball. He'll go back towards Shisui. Shisui Shiki. He'll switch the play now as well. Easy Lunatic. Escrow. Time in his hands. He's got the white gloves on. Looks a bit like Michael Jackson. Jailings to Tico Beast. Tico Beast now down to Jacko LFC. Now, where's Jacko come from? Because there's no way you can tell me Jacko's French when he's got LFC in his name. Now, I've seen him somewhere. I think I've seen him in the VPG somewhere. Who did Jacko play for? Maybe Jacko played for Tranmere. I can't remember. Anyway, Right hand side, SJ Clay. Not a great pass towards the middle. Kadow. Oh, Kadow. I know Kadow. What a guy. Kadow's playing for MZEfoot. So there's some very good players on either team, really. However, you know, I must say, this Neom roster is unbelievable. Great tackle by Murad there. Great timing. He's got Tom Tom on his left. Peko, who will play it down to Tom Tom, who's under the name Nico when it comes to this game. Shisui gets a great interception. Absco down the line to Omar. Omar finds it to Tico. Tico with an outside of the boot curl pass. Lovely ball, through ball there. However, Murad again, he's probably been the best player right now for MZEfoot. He's been everywhere, making sure that there's no problems. There's no messing around. You know, he gets the job done. And that's the main thing here. Getting the job done. Quickly, simply, make sure you're executing it well. That's all that can be really, you know, asked of you. That's going to be Tico Beast. Lindsay Heaps clears it to the stands. Warren Beast goes back to Jailings, to Omar. Peko Who to Nico. Absco gets the interception. Tico Beast to Warren Beast. Lindsay finds it to Mira. He'll find it to Skunk. Lunatic tries to get in there. Skunk will keep possession though for MZEfoot. They need to find themselves a pathway back into this game. They are down thus far, so they need to sort of pull it together. And let's see where they'll go with it. And I mean, when it comes to these sort of games, that's half time. You do often wonder, you know, what's going to change? So, 1-0, Neom in the lead. We've got to wonder what's going to change here. I don't know whether much will, but we can only guess, right? We can only guess. We can only see it develop behind the scenes. Here we go, second half. Towards the middle. Petit Gregory. Big clearance on the ball now. Shisui Shiki. I mean, a second goal here for Neom kills the game. And that secures their championship, basically. But it would be nice to see MZEfoot get something out of this game. It makes it interesting, you know. Are they a team that don't deserve to qualify? I think they do. I think they're better than some teams that will be qualifying. But we'd randomly see the groups. There's always going to be a heavy group and there's always going to be a not so heavy group, you know. It's hard to seed these competitions. Very, very hard to seed these competitions. But here we go now. Tico Beast to Omar to Tico Beast. Peko Who gets the interception. MZEfoot try to now counter-attack. Here's Nico. Won back by Shisui, who's been absolutely excellent for Neom. He's been there for every tackle. Taking away every ball. And that's all you need. That is honestly all you need. Jacko to Absco, back to Jacko. It's moving nicely here. See where the ball's going to go. Here's Peko Who. Passes it on to Lindsay Heaps. Peko Who finds it now to Gregory. They're moving the ball well. Shisui to Absco. I like to see this when it's dangerous and Tico Beast is just going to hold on to that ball the first time passing. I mean, Omar's on the ball now as well. He's got time, but he's going to be tackled by Nico, who's going to try and start this MZEfoot counter-attack. Isco ball Has a bit of time. We'll go to the width. Meme finds it back inside to Isco Ball, who'll find it to Nico. Nico tries to slide it in, but Escro's there to stop the ball from progressing to the byline. Pekka Hoop will put it out, win himself a throw-in. Smart play there. Seen that the player was probably going to take the ball off him, so try and get possession. And that's it right now. They need possession, but they also need a goal. They've got 62% of the possession at the moment. But unfortunately, games aren't won based off how much of the ball you touch. It's about how much of the ball you put in the back of the net. And how many times you do so. Tico Beast will win it there. Back for his team, Neom, who are now going to be sent down the line. Warren Beast is tackled, and it will be out for a MZEfoot throw-in at the halfway line. Warren Beast intercepts straight off the throw-in though, and now it's a chance to attack for Neom. Omar to SJ Clay to Warren Beast to Omar, who flicks it up, passes it to Jacko. Jacko trying to go to the byline, gets taken off the ball by Murad, who will then play a big pass up to Skunk. Moves it now to Nico on the right-hand side. It's 5-on-4 here if they can use the speed to their advantage, but that's a low driven there wasn't the best idea. A bit of height was needed in that occasion, and it wasn't provided. It's going to be a throw-in, though. Oh, fake throwed it twice to go to the most predictable option. Interesting strategy there from MZEfoot. Murad does a great job to intercept again. Here comes Skunk. Mira goes forward. Is it going to be a throw-in or is it going to be a goal kick? It's going to be a goal kick instead of a corner there. I didn't know whether it was potentially going to be either way. I didn't really know which way we were going to go, but eventually we found out. Here's Omar. The Warren Beast to the Tico Beast. Moves the ball well. Mira gets a great interception though. From the goalkeeper. Tico Beast intercepts straight away. Jacko, Warren Beast, that's nearly top left corner. That was nearly brilliant. But again, that quick sort of one-touch play from Neom is what gets them the most points. They do so well when they do it. Obviously, they're very happy when that ball flies into the back of the net. There's no complaints on their behalf. Really, really good to see. Here's Easy Lunatic. He's going to go out for... Oh, keeps the ball in for the Warren Beast. Tico Beast with a first time flick onto Omar. Jailing's now switching the play. Shisui. Long ball to SJ Clay, but it's worn. And Neom are playing like Brazil at the moment. You know, they're just tapping the ball around the map, enjoying themselves. Not necessarily even progressing to go to another goal. It's just about possession for them. Keep possession. Tick down the clock. MZEfoot have nothing really to do if they can't get the ball. And they haven't really had any good attacks yet. MZEfoot. Let's see if this can change it. Skunk goes forward. He takes on a defender. Me doesn't get the ball off Easy Lunatic. And Easy Lunatic's going to be able to send that ball up to Warren Beast. And now possession again. Back with Neom. And they don't like to give it away. Not easily anyway. Especially when it's about game management. And look at this. Just again... They play the long ball switch. Jacko into Jailings. Jailings does well to keep it. He finds Warren Beast. Warren Beast to Tico. Tico finds it to SJ Clay, who's going to try and go to byline. It'll be a corner. Oh, no. Goal kick, apparently. Wasn't a corner. It looked like it came off of a defender last, but that was not the case in the end. But, yeah. As I say, what can you do? Isco ball now. Here we are, Jacko. Making the move. Oh, we got an injury. It's going to be a free kick for Neom here. I wonder if they can make it count. If they score here, then it is game over. No, straight to the keeper's gloves. MZEfoot may have one more chance to go down with the ball. It's going to be Isco. Finds it to Leadney Heaps. Shot comes in. It's going to be maybe a chance for another one. The goalkeeper jumped. It was nearly devastating stuff there for Neom. But it was just about cleared off the line. A bit of a panic, I think, maybe, for the goalkeeper and other members of the team. It's going to be a throw-in now. 1 minute on the clock. Warren Beast wins it back, though, and look at that. They might even get a second goal to take with them. Absco. Oh, Maradona turn didn't go too well. They need to play big long ball. The referee, though, blows the whistle. Neom win that group by the looks of things. I mean, there is a potential that for the win. And then again, for the win could potentially top it in the end if it comes to it. Let me just check if our group's been updated yet with the games that have been played. Oh, right, okay, for the win are top of that group currently. So that win puts Neom back to the top of the group, but for the win have also played Pondelnik, who they are favourites to win against. So yeah, that's going to make big changes now to that leaderboard. But Neom winning that game, that's big for them. And we've got one more game for you this evening now. One more game. The team doesn't have anyone on the team currently, though. That will be PCS Esports. And they'll be playing... Let's see, which group are we in here? Oh, PCS versus Cancel Lab. Yeah, so PCS currently 4 games played, 12 points. Cancel Lab, 4 games played, 8 points. If Cancel Lab win their games here, 2 games in a row against PCS, they top the group. If not, they come second. It doesn't really matter. They're still qualified. So we'll see how this one goes then for the teams. Oh, sorry, I was going to put my face back on. We'll see how this one goes for the teams. Just before we go into the game, let's do a little quick lineup. Look at the lineup anyway. As you can see here on your screens, these are the lineups for this next game. So PCS on the left-hand side, they're going with a 3-5-2. Both teams playing a 3-5-2. We've got Papsano in goal. Trax as centre-back. Fatik Sau as another centre-back there. They're playing 2. They should be playing 3 centre-backs. Apparently only 2 listed on the sheet here. Left midfielder, Dr. Nexo. Left defensive mid, Yanis Me. YMS as a central attacker. Mid as a cam. The RDM is Xhaxo. Right midfield, Nameless. Left striker, Borsalino. And right striker, Zemonst. On the side of Cancel Lab, then you've got Beerus in goal. Ghost Venko in left centre-back. Rockims in centre-back. Right centre-back, you've got It Maiga. Only Gems left midfield. Roy Makito in LDM. Tribal Chief in camp. RDM, you've got Xmox. Right mid, you've got McQueen left striker. Bilkaso. And then Jevon Moore as your right striker there for these teams. Now we'll see. We'll see how they're gonna play. They're gonna line up. We're currently waiting for the teams to load up into the lobby. So whilst that happens, I'm gonna go and catch myself a drink. So I'll be right back. I'll put some music on, and we'll catch you when the game begins. See you soon, guys. wait because teams don't like to be on time. We have our game, our final game of the evening between PCS and Cancel Lab. I was hoping that Cancel Lab would make it interesting, but after making me wait 20 minutes, I don't really care anymore. It'll be great to see PCS because they've been waiting for 20 minutes. Well, there you go. Maybe it was definitely Cancel Lab that were taking forever. Yeah, unfortunately, that's just how it is sometimes. But yeah, let's see how the teams get on here. We've got PCS in the white kit, and we've got Cancel Lab playing in the dark blue. Let's see what's going to happen here. Oh, and the game's gone for a restart. Oh dear, we were meant to start at 22. It's now nearly on the o'clock. And there we go. That is... ouch. This game is a game that just doesn't want to be played. Especially after 20 minutes. These teams love to have delays. To be fair to MZEfoot, they have been ready. But in all fairness, it does cause delays, and as I say, delays make us all sort of what we expect. We want a big match. We want to have a great time, but at the same time, you know, we need stuff to happen. We need to see gameplay to get excited. It's unreal. It is unreal. But we'll wait until they re-lobby again. Hopefully not too long. But you know how it is with these teams. I mean, we're at 9 o'clock now. They haven't got all the players in the lobby, and we're probably gonna have to wait another half an hour to before we get anywhere. Let's see. Let's see. It's unbelievable. So, we're just going to be waiting until the game starts again. I am not sure what is going on. Cancel Lab have vanished again. It's like trying to herd a sort of crowd of sheep, isn't it? Cancel Lab have disappeared. Someone's gone to the toilet or something. I don't actually know what's going on. I've never seen this before from a team. They were literally just in the game, so I don't know how someone's suddenly gone. Oh, I'm you know, not the time to go and have a shit. You do that before the game or after the game, and by the time it took them 20 minutes for Cancel Lab to get into the game. Now we're waiting to get in again, and yeah, we just want to get this game started. But Cancel Lab are taking forever right now. They've finally got 11 out of 11. There we go. They found the 2 or 3 players that decided to go on holiday. Now we've got a chance. Come on. Can we start? Right. We're back to this stage again. Cobmex, PCS Esports, happy days. Can we finally, please, for the love of God, start the game? There we go. And if there's a bug in this game, I don't know what I'm going to do. Really, I shouldn't be on this at this time. This is later than what I usually do. I've got to be somewhere as well. I've got to leave the house and go elsewhere, staying away from home. But what can you do? What can you do when the teams want to be slow? The teams are going to be slow. Probably just for Moe's sake, we're not going to be looking at doing a Cancel Lab match again on stream because they take the piss. But at least now we've got a game, hopefully, to watch without any problems there, anybody changing teams, any of that nonsense. So again, PCS playing in the white kit. There we go, straight away, 1-0. PCS showing how it's done 2 minutes in. A really, really good game indeed there. And here we are. Ball cleared down the line. Here we are now. X-Haxo. He's going to move the ball to Factic Sau. He'll switch it across field now to Takita. Good flick by Yanis into the middle to Borsalino. He'll go back to Dr. Nexos there. Good movement from PCS. We will see how it's going to go. It's into the centre. Headed away there by Ghost. Can the Irish squad pull themselves back into this one then? Jevon Moore back to 8. Back to Jevon Moore. Tries to go one further. But again, struggles to do so. Takita will clear it. Header 1. Rock. JHM. Astor moving it down the line. Now only Gems is there as well. He's got members in the box for his team. Haxo, though, will intercept and take the ball away. And it will be interesting now to see what happens going forward. Here's Dr. Nexos. Now YMS. YMS. Good possession on the ball. Good control. He'll switch the play. X-Haxo now. Yanis. Here comes Monster. YMS. Borsalino moving the ball well. But again, only goes to a certain point. And if we look here now, Yanis, the ball moves ever so much. And now, here it is again. Chances to find a goal. Factic Sau clears it away. And it won't find itself in the back of the net, unfortunately. It won't. And we've got to ask ourselves why that may be. We're going to be hoping to find ourselves a little bit more excitement in this game after the 20-minute wait. We don't just want it to be a 1-0 win. We want to see a lot more from the teams than that. And let's see if the teams are going to provide that for us. The time is ticking in this game for the teams to provide something. But as I say, if this game stays the same result, PCS probably top their group and they'll take the win. Dr. Nexos there, fantastic, 2-0. And it looks like PCS are going to just steamroll through this game and get the win, if I'm being completely honest. If you look now, we look now at the group stage, that puts PCS at 15 points as it stands. Cancel Lab don't really have any opportunity to catch up. There's not even any point to Cancel Lab really logging into that last game because nothing changes, win or lose. Whereas if they can maybe find 2 goals, which it's not impossible, but they haven't really shown anything which would give us that impression, that would be good. But it looks like they're only playing with 10 men there, as that is basically a bot player that they've got, which means one of them's lagged out of the game. Which is, as Moe said, because of the long delay that they had, they can't have a 20-minute delay, Cancel Lab, and then also keep backing out of the game to get players in because of a bug. You've just got to sort of play with it. So that's unfortunate for Cancel Lab. They've got to play with 10, and the player they've lost is in an attacking position, so that hurts quite a bit. But, you know, that is unfortunately, it's not the PFL's fault. Blame EA. They've had years and years and years to fix this issue. They've had years and years and years to fix their esports scene, and they've done fuck all with it because they're not very good at what they do. Unfortunately. Maybe one day we'll be in a position where EA will listen, and that looks like that could be a penalty. It will be a penalty. I think the goalkeeper had a fight there with the striker. Borsalino on the penalty to make it 3. And Will, top left corner, perfectly placed penalty. PCS really running away with this now at 30 minutes. Still 15 minutes to half time. We could be 4-0 up. This is going to be really good for PCS at the top of that leaderboard in Group A. Of course, it's against 10 men, so presumably it makes it a lot easier for them to play. PCS obviously not having a good time, whereas Cancel Lab right now are not having a good time whatsoever. Oh, well, yeah, and as it stands, the 3 goals means that Cancel Lab go down to -1 goal difference as well. So they're in danger here. Real danger of losing their knockout spot to Lecco Esports. If they've got to play against PCS again, and the PCS have 2 games at 3-0, then Cancel Lab do not make the playoffs. They don't make knockouts. They will be below Lecco Esports, and Lecco Esports steals that second spot off them. So that's actually an exciting difference. I mean, that's the only exciting part there is. If Cancel Lab get their arse kicked twice and don't score some goals soon, they will be not joining us next week. It will be Lecco Esports, who may be even watching this game thinking, oh wow, we could get ourselves into the playoffs here. All we need is a win. All we need is PCS to win. So we've got a team who are supporting PCS here in this group stage. Lecco are fans of PCS in this matchup. Let's see. I mean, right now, their hopes and dreams are going for it because Cancel Lab haven't even turned up to this game. I know they've got 10 men on the pitch, and I'll keep saying that because I know it makes a difference. And if they ever watch it back, they'll be going, oh, dickhead, we've only got 10 players. I understand that there's a bit of disadvantage for them, and they're also probably playing on France away, so there's a bit of disadvantage as well. But other teams play with these same disadvantages and make it work. We had a team we played with 10 men yesterday and won. PFC Elite, that was. So it's not impossible. You know, at the end of the day, you've got to have a bit of quality about you. Don't make excuses, even if they're easy to find. But they might be able to get themselves, I mean, a goal here, 2 goals would be great. Realistically, if they're going to lose this game, it'd be great for them to pick up a point, whether it's in this game or the next one. They've got to find a route in somewhere, because, as I say, it's going to be difficult, very difficult to find. And we need to know, how we're going to resolve this in this game. Half time has 3-0 as the scoreline. And if you're a fan of our friends PCS Esports, then you've got yourself a team who are qualifying top of the table. If you're a fan of the Irish side of Cancel Lab, though, you got to be sort of crossing your fingers they find some form soon. They need a goal, at least a couple of goals, and if it doesn't look like they're going to win this match, but at least close the gap in this match and then try and get a win in the next match, or even a draw will do it. But at the moment they're tied on points with Lecco Esports, and their goal difference is currently on a landslide. They need to stop that rot, otherwise they will be missing out on the knockout stages. Here we go. Mox. McQueen finds it into the middle to Jevon. Jevon driving nicely here. It's a good start in the second half for Cancel Lab. However, they can't get there. The movement. YMS switches the ball to Haxo. Haxo now towards the middle to Monster. Monster goes down to Borsellino to Nameless. Nameless back to Monster. Monster with the roulette. Finds it back to Haxo. Good pass and a movement here from PCS, who look for a fourth goal. A fourth goal will confirm that Cancel Lab are no longer in a playoff spot for the top 2 of their group. They will be replaced by Lecco Esports in second position, unless they can find some fortune. As I say, if they lose this match, there's still some hope in the second fixture. That will be on their home leg. See if they can find a win there, but if they don't find a win in either of them, then unfortunately they won't be joining us next week, which would be a shame for them. But it's going to be Nameless here. Across to YMS, to Borsellino. Nice movement to Dr. Nexos. McQueen plays down the line here. And again, Jevon Moore goes forward to McQueen. Extokita will take it away. Z-Monster will take it once more. Nameless to YMS. YMS now back to Nameless, moving the ball well. Here's the Monster. Oh, a good shot, but Beerus does get the catch. I mean, it was close, but not close enough, unfortunately. PCS get one more goal. I say the world caves in. The world does cave in. Nameless PCS are on the constant attack as well. They're constantly looking for that high pressure. They're constantly looking to get the ball back. They want more goals. They want to finish with a high goal difference. You know, if they can find the highest goal difference in the entire tournament, they're going to go for it. Borsalino tries to chip it up. It's going to be cleared away. They've still got another game to play as well, don't forget. So they can get another +4 on top of this +3. So they're currently on 8 goal difference. +4 on top of that is about 12. They're all going places. Borsalino, it's a Z monster. Gems gets there, tackles the ball. I can confirm now that GSK Esports have confirmed themselves a playoff spot. And Famalicão may... Oh, it's going to be a goal. What a header from Takita. That's 4 goals to nil. I didn't even notice that was going to go in. It was a brilliant set-piece goal from PCS. 4-0. That now means Cantalab are -2 goal difference and below Lecco Esports. So unless they find something here at the end of this game or in the next fixture, they are not going to be... They're not going to be where they want to be. Unfortunately. But we'll have a look. Moving it nicely. It's going to be now Mox. Giannis gets its interception. Takita as well. '72nd minute. 4-0 is the scoreline. IHT, that's a great cross in. Oh my god, the Ennie nearly scored. The bot player nearly put it in. The goalkeeper makes a fantastic save off the post. That was nearly a goal from the bot striker. That would have been something. That would have really been something. Mox, though, tries to get through. Takita gets the interception there. Dr. Nexus. He's going to move it to YMS. YMS now. He's going to try and get rid of it. IHT takes the ball away. 77 minutes now, 78 minutes. IHT goes down the right-hand side to Jevon Moore. Jevon Moore to McQueener, who gets barged off the ball. Takita takes over. McQueener wins it back. Plays it back to Xmox, who's going to be just controlling the ball here. But again, another 1 goal's needed. That's all they know. They must know that they need to score a goal here to have any chance of qualification. Haxo wins the ball back. Plays as the keeper. I mean, PCS just have to play the time. They've got the points. They've got the +4 goal difference to go onto the current goal difference. They'll be happy as Larry. They will be really, really happy. They can carry on with what they're doing. Since the middle. The Ennie goes for it again. Oh, the bot player doing bot player things. That's unbelievable to see. But there you go. That is the game. YMS now. We'll clear it down the line. But there we go. It looks like that's going to be the end of the game. 4-0. It will put Cantalab out of contention unless they find a point or 3 in their next game. Nameless now. Tackled by... Oh, it's going to be another penalty. It's going to be 5-0. Oh, dear. It's not good. Not what you want to be seeing. That's going to be a goal. 5-0. Oh, dear. This has not gone at all the way that they wanted it to be. But again, That's just how the game goes. It's going to be Takita here. Controlling the ball, 91st minute. The referee blows the whistle. PCS 5-0 win. Cancelab have one more game, I think, to pull it back, but it's looking unlikely that Cancelab are going to find any result there. PCS now goes to 15 points with 10 goal difference, and they have one more game to go, so they could even go to 18 points, and the goal difference can grow as well. But that's a fantastic match there from both players. That's the players, obviously, one team has to play with 10 men, so there's always going to be that disadvantage, but you know, it's their own fault for waiting 20 minutes, so they couldn't have the option of backing out and doing what they needed to do. But another great day of the group stages then. Just to have a little roundup for you of some of the groups before we head off, because next week we'll be starting the knockouts. If not next week, then maybe it's a bit further the date. I don't know. Mo will let me know. I'm pretty sure it's next week though. You've got Group A. That'll be PCS Esports topping it, and Counterlab have one more chance to keep themselves in it, but it looks likely that Lecco will be second place. Group B, GSK currently on 6 games played and 12 points. Famicao 5 games played and 12 points. If Fama win or draw their next game, they will go top of the table, and GSK will fall to second. However, GSK have confirmed themselves a spot, and so Famicao. Group C, for the win, and Neom have confirmed themselves spots. They've still got one game left to play to decide who goes top and who stays second. Cantera on Group D, they're on 4 games played. They're on 10 points. It's between them and White Bears who's going to win that table. They've got to play against each other probably today. Group E then, Al-Wahar have 6 games played, 6 wins, plus 10 goal difference. They have not lost a game. They've not dropped a point, 18 points. They're qualified. And wow, I wonder if that'll go to a play. I wonder what happens there. What happens, Moe, with Group E with Krasnodar and Oesti? What happens in Group E, I wonder? Because they've got the same goal difference. Okay, I see. Head-to-head record goes. So Kraz win because of head-to-head against Oesti. Oesti unlucky, though, not to make that. Unfortunate. But, oh. Great. Moe's give me stuff for that group. Yeah, the head-to-head's better. Yeah. Brilliant. Group F, then. You've got Class who win it with 16 points. Nemesis second place with 13 points. Obviously, Class getting that win today pushes them at top. But a great game from Nemesis. Corinthians unfortunately dropped at the sword. They didn't get a point apart from the ones they got gifted from Engine. PFC Elite in Group G. They won their group with 16 points. 5 wins, 1 draw. And Digital Sports second place there. But potentially, I mean, it's very unlikely to happen. But if Darkside Esports beat Vultures with 7 or 8 goals to 0, then Digital Sports can fall out of that on goal difference. So that'll be interesting to see what Darkside have done. And then the bottom, Group H, Gil Vicente on 12 points. It looks like they've qualified, but it will most likely be in second place because Misa, who have not dropped a game, are in second place currently with 4 games played and 12 points. They have 2 games left to play against Olympique Minla, who have 4 points. So it looks like Misa are going to top that group with the maximum available points of 18, and Gil Vicente are going to finish in second. So it's an absolute, it's a crazy day. A lot of things have changed. I've just refreshed the page one more time just to see if anything's changed here. I don't think it has. I think it's all the same as it just was. Yeah, everything's still the same. So we'll see what happens then for next week. We'll see which teams do end up qualifying, if any last-minute sort of changes happen. But what we can say is that's a fantastic game, fantastic group stage so far. It's great that we can end it here. It just shows how quick time goes. Next week we'll be going with the knockouts, most likely the round of 16, I believe it will be. There's 8 groups, so top 2 teams from every group goes through. It's quite nice and easy like that. And then obviously the round of 16 games will be next week. We'll probably cover a decent 3 or 4, maybe if it's Tuesday, Wednesday again, that'd be great. We can cover as many games as possible from those stages. And then week on week, we'll go through different rounds. But no, a big thank you again to PFL for having me on. Big thank you to Moe for getting me back tonight. It was great to do 2 casts this week for you. I hope you've enjoyed the games. And yeah, we'll be catching you next week for the knockout stages. So get yourselves prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you get next week in your diary, sort of the same sort of time, 8 p.m. GMT, and let's see what happens in the knockout stages. Thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Cheers.